Hi, I'm in my boyfriend's backyard and I want to read an email I just got from a lovely girl named Mimi. She sent me two emails. Oh, I'm cold. The first one is, the other day I read through your writing and I really liked this paragraph you wrote. I do look at my boyfriend and think, what a tender soul. I would love to be your mother, his mother, I mean, but then I see hairs above his lip or some grease on his chin and I remember, oh, he's not a soft, malleable thing. He's a man, and he'll never get greater than that. End quote. And she said, like, your writing is absolutely wonderful. Like, I was in proper awe when I read it. Do you have any book recommendations? Well, thank you very much, Mimi. That's very nice. If you're unaware, I do have a website of my writing. Obviously, Mimi's not unaware. She sent me this through my website. But that was an excerpt from a short story I wrote over the summer called Sailor Sailor, which is not going to be published probably ever. I had some fucking pipe dream about me publishing it. Sorry, here's my foot. And then I kind of gave up on it. Like, I have one short story that's published called The Devil Drives a Cadillac, which maybe I'll read on this channel because I like that one. Honestly, whenever I meet someone and I tell them I write and they're like, let me read something, I'm like, alright, read this, because you know what, it was good enough to be published. Here we go. So yeah. But yeah, this one was about, like, I don't know, girls, and yeah, that was not based on a real boyfriend or anything, but it is kind of like, I don't know why I'm over explaining myself. Anyway, if you want to read that, I'll put it in the description. But I appreciate the compliment very much, because annoyingly enough, usually I'm not like this. I've been very insecure about my writing. I don't know exactly what happened, but I've just been feeling like, ew, like I've been hating everything I write, and I don't know, because it's not really other people that affect my opinion on my own writing, because I don't know, I've gotten past the point where I think I need people's approval, but unfortunately I do need my own approval, and I've been not giving it to myself. So I really do appreciate that compliment. And book recommendation wise, I'm a very basic person, unfortunately. I like basic books because, you know what, they're basic for a reason. My favorite book in the entire world is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, and I think that is like one of the best books that has ever been written or will ever be written. And if I could say I could only read one book for the rest of my life, it would be that. I read it. Hello? My boyfriend kind of lives in the woods. I'm a little scared. No, like, this is the least scary place ever. Like, you should see my apartment, man. That's a scary place. I saw this video. This is completely unrelated. He showed me this video of Hillary Clinton, like, or pictures of Hillary Clinton, like, going into, like, a normal studio apartment, not even a studio apartment, like a normal middle-class apartment in New York, and she was so shocked and horrified, and I was like, if she looked at my apartment, I think she'd die on the spot, because it is crazy small and gross. I'm sorry. I love my gross little apartment, though. Is that the moon? Oh, that's so pretty. Why did I start talking? I have no idea where that came from. Anyway. Yeah, Frankenstein. I think, and everybody should read that. It's amazing. And I know it's honestly, I'm very happy that a movie came out with, like, popular actors that's, like, making people read it now, because, like, yay, everyone gets to read Frankenstein. Cool, please do. I will say I did not like the movie at all. I was extremely bored, and I just didn't think it represented the book well. Visually, it was kind of cool, but, like, also, why does every adaptation of Frankenstein make Victor old as fuck? He's young in the book. He's young. Like, he's a young man. Like, an old man wouldn't have done what he did. Like, the whole thing is being, like, it's like hubris. Like, why would some old jaded man, like, create life? Like, that wouldn't happen. Like, he would know not to do that. So it only works in the context that he's young. And I don't know why everyone's, like, insistent on my nose is running. Insistent on making him, like, 40. And, like, no hate to the actor in the movie. So I don't know anybody's names of actors. But like, man, just make him young. I'm sorry, like, just make him young. That has nothing to do with why I don't like the movie. I just didn't like it. So, sorry if you did. I'm sure you have your reasons. Maybe I'm just too protective of the book to like adaptations. But I did like the really, really, really old adaptation of it, which shouldn't even be called an adaptation because that's absolutely nothing to do with the book. Like, all they did was just take a monster and was like, all right, that's Frankenstein. Like, his name isn't even Victor in that movie. It's like Henry or something, which is really funny to me. But I like that movie just because it's good, but it has nothing to do with the book. Maybe I should watch that old version of it. Like, it's not that old. It's like, I don't know, 90s or something. It's like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, with Helena Bonham Carter or something. It's probably good. I haven't watched it though. I don't know, maybe I'd have the same issues with it. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, read Frankenstein. And then secondly, my second favorite book is Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. It's an amazing book. It's amazingly written. It is the most beautifully written book ever. Nabokov is my favorite prose style ever. He just writes like so nicely. Like, he just is so detail oriented, and the fact is, like, English wasn't even his first language and he can write that well. Insane. Absolutely insane. That is something I wish I could write that well in English, and that's my first language. So, excuse me, it's so bizarre. Turn my brightness up because kind of made it scarier. Let me turn that back down. But yeah, I love Nabokov. Lolita is a very disturbing book, I will say. Like, it's very sad. It's obviously the story is about a pedophile, but it's a beautiful book. Very, very sad. I think I've read that book more times than any other book, but I just love that book so much. So those are my recommendations. Anything else? Oh, a more modern one I would recommend is Eileen by Ottessa Moshfegh. I met her like a year or two ago, and I was so starstruck. I was like, I love you. I'm a big fan. And she was like, okay, nice to meet you. And she signed my copy of Eileen. I probably scared her, but whatever. I was still happy. I literally left the bookstore after meeting her, and I went to my dad and I was like, oh my god, I just embarrassed myself in front of my favorite author, and I'm still a bit embarrassed by that, but whatever. What are you gonna do? Nothing, actually. But Eileen is an amazing book. It's I don't even know like how to describe books. I'm bad at that. Like, I really should learn how, but just, it's a great book. It's a very like quick read. Like, it's like 200-300 pages, but it's like Ottessa Moshfegh is a very like good writing style where it's like carries very quickly, and she's very like both visual and visceral. Like, her books are gross, and I love it. Like, everybody knows like My Year of Rest and Relaxation, which I like. It's not my favorite by her, but still, like, even in like mundane settings, she still manages to be like disgusting in an amazing way. And then I also like Lab Vona by her, but not quite as much as I like Eileen. Eileen is my favorite. And I haven't seen the movie version of Eileen either. I never see movies. I need to watch more movies. Anything else book-wise? I'll tell you a book I don't think... Oh, no, let me not tell you a book I don't think you should read. Let me tell you a book that you definitely should read. Perfume, The Story of Murder, another basic book. Amazing, though. Also a bit gross. My friend Clarice just read it because I recommended it, and she was like, all he does in this book is describe smells. And I'm like, you know what? That is true. Everything is a smell. The whole book is just describing smells, but really, really well. And that's one of my favorite books. Every time I finish reading that book, I say every time, I've read it twice, but I put it down and I go, damn, that's a good book. And I'm not even being like hyperbolic. Like, I literally, last time I read it, like earlier this year, I put it down and went, holy fuck, that's a good book. Like, wow, it's an amazing book. And the ending is so good. Like, maybe one of the best endings of a book I've ever encountered. Beautiful. Amazing. I had not seen a movie adaptation of that either. But, yeah. So those are my book recommendations for you. The one I was going to say, like, oh, don't read this. Story of the Eye. une histoire d'œil, or something like that in French. Everyone wants to read it because it's gonna be so cool and gross and 1920s erotica. Ooh, ew, 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 ew. I'm not easily grossed out. That book is disgusting, and I read it when I was 15 because I was crazy. Because I was like going through a phase where I was reading books that everyone thought was disgusting. That's how I found Perfume, and it's not a gross book. It's a little gross, but it's not that gross. I can say A Story of the Eye, disgusting, absolutely gross. Which I mean, like, if you want to feel grossed out, which is sometimes very fun, read that. But if you're very easily disturbed by like nasty sexual imagery, and like also don't read it if you're religious, and also don't read it if like an eyeball in a vagina would bother you, which I think it should bother most people, but if I don't know if that's what you're into, that's the book for you. Yeah, I don't know. I was dating a guy, and as a joke, I like read him one of the grossest parts of that, and he was so grossed out, and he was like, "Stop, please, stop reading it right now." And I was like, "Okay, sorry, whatever." Anyway, I feel like the Christian Girl Autumn, like, all tucked into my coat. So yeah, those are my book recommendations and non-recommendations for you. And then your second email, Sweet Mimi, says, "Sorry for sending another email so quickly." Don't be sorry. "But do you have any advice for a 16-year-old girl who has no direction in life and doesn't like her friends?" I was that 16-year-old girl. I'm 18 now, so it's like, wow, so long ago. But not that like necessarily didn't like my friends. I just didn't have friends. Like, I was in France at 16, completely like depressed and sad, and like I wanted to die. I don't know why I'm delivering this like it's a stand-up special. I feel a little crazy right now. I didn't sleep very well. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, and maybe this sounds a bit cliche, I think it comes with how weird and hard being 16 is. It's a very strange time, especially if you're going through things like you said you don't like your friends. It's hard. It's an isolating thing because it's basically like not having friends, you know? Like, if you don't like the people you surround yourself with, it's hard. It's hard to want to do anything, you know? Like, I don't know. I went through a time before I was 16, like maybe I was 14 or something, where I had a specific friend who made me miserable, and I hated them. Like, they made me so sad. They were constantly insulting me. They just made me feel like shit every single day. And then one day I was like, wait, I don't have to be friends with them. And I know that sounds very simplistic, and also is around COVID time, so I just kind of stopped talking to them. And we never really, like, we had a bit of a conversation about like our lack of friendship, and then it just drifted past that, you know? So I guess I don't have very good advice for that. Just know that everything you any situation that you're in, for the most part, you can get yourself out of. You aren't, thumbs up. You aren't forced to stay friends with somebody just because you are their friend currently. Like, you don't owe them your friendship. If they're not a good friend to you, you don't owe them your time, because you only have so much time, and there's no reason to waste it on people you don't like. I genuinely cannot surround myself with people I dislike anymore, and I used to be very good at like pretending I liked everybody, because I was like, oh, everybody's good in their own way. Okay, maybe they are, but you don't need to surround yourself with them, you know? Like, I don't know, I have a very small group of friends that I love very much. Like, I have like one super 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 close friend where I live, and I have like two other very very close friends, but they don't live in my country, but we still keep in touch like every single day. And maybe once that would look sad to me, where I was like, oh no, I should have 900 friends. But you know what, just one really good friend is a great thing. It's hard to make a really good friend, and I'm happy that I have a really good friend. And now I have more friends, you know? Like, once you find somebody that, like, makes you happy, you become a better person, and you become easier to be around, and it's easier to be around other people. And I don't know. I'm just happy with my friends at the moment, and I'm manifesting that you find somebody, or you find, like, comfort in your own solitude for a while, you know? Like, that partially when I was very friendless for a while, I figured myself out more so, and I found out what I liked and what I enjoyed in life, and that's when I began to seriously write and stuff, and I found, like, things I like to do. I'd love to be alone, actually. I would go to movies by myself when I had no friends, and I would bake, and I would take long walks, and I would go write, and I would try to enjoy solitude rather than be scared of it or be embarrassed by it, because, you know, like, everybody is struggling in some kind of way. And just because I know on, like, social media and stuff, like, you can see people and they seem to have it all the friends and all the things, and it's like, you don't really know. So it's like, don't worry about them, worry about you. Find out what you like. This is very basic advice, I'm sorry. I am 18. I am not a grizzled old man with lots of sage advice and wisdom, but I do have a sprained ankle, if that helps. So yeah, I just think, don't waste your time with people who don't deserve your time, and use that time for yourself. Because you know what? It's okay to be selfish. You need to be selfish sometimes. Like, yeah, I don't know. None of that made sense. I'm sorry. And the second thing was, who has no direction in life. That is fine. You do not need direction at 16. Like, I still feel very directionless. I can't lie. I am unemployed, and I am searching every day for a job, and the job is not here. And so I feel crazy every single day, because I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing with my life? Like, I am unemployed and I feel crazy. But, you know, that's life, I guess. Just, you need to look into yourself, I suppose, and see what makes you happy, because direction doesn't need to be some grand thing where, like, oh, I'm gonna be an actress, or I'm gonna be a TikToker. I don't know why that was the first thing to come to mind, but you can find direction in just, like, the things that you enjoy to do. Like, I find a lot of direction from writing, and it's what I want to do, obviously, but, you know, I know logically enough I cannot be a full-time writer, at least not right now. Like, I don't have the money for that. I don't have the connections. I don't have anything for that. So I just have to enjoy doing that while trying to make everything else work. So you just need to, and maybe that also comes from the fact you don't like your friends and stuff, that you don't feel direction because maybe you feel trapped. Possibility. I don't know. I'm not a therapist. But yeah, I think my best piece of advice is to spend time with yourself, because I think once you spend some time with yourself and you figure out who it is that you, not necessarily who you are, but like what makes you, that was about to be the most disgusting sentence, what makes you you. But you know what, sure, yeah, what makes you you. It's not necessarily who you are, but things that make up your personality, make up things you enjoy, and make it worth it to get out of bed, you know? Like, go do things that scare you a little. Like, I don't know, go enjoy your solitude, because that's scary. That is scary. I don't know if I would be who I am if I wasn't forced to reckon with solitude for so long. And yeah, hopefully any of that was helpful. If it wasn't, I'm sorry, and I did just waste 20 minutes of your time. But if it was even slightly helpful, that's amazing. And thank you, sweet Mimi, for reading my writing. And I am wishing that everything that, whoa, I just spaced out while I was talking. That's not okay. I hope that you get everything that you deserve in your life, and you make beautiful friends, and you find comfort in. I just thought of something. That was like a disgusting reaction. What was that? I was like, my boyfriend keeps referencing this one video of this like guy touches this girl, and she goes, and that's what I felt like I just did. Wait, there's a quote from Eileen. Eileen quote about solitude, maybe? What has so much weight? Because it's a really beautiful quote, and I read it when I was in a horrible way. So, okay, here we go. Here is how I spend my days now. I live in a beautiful place. I sleep in a beautiful bed. I eat beautiful food. I go for walks through beautiful places. I care for people deeply. At night, my bed is full of love because alone am I in it. I cry easily from pain and pleasure, and I don't apologize for that. In the mornings, I step outside, and I'm thankful for another day. It took me many years to arrive at such a life. That is a beautiful quote. That did help me when I first read it. I thought it was such a profound thing to think, especially the part of, like, your bed is full of love because alone you are in it. Because you are where the love comes from. You can only be truly loved when you love yourself. Great thinker here. Give me the Nobel Peace Prize. That's not the right prize, but okay. I think I'm going like a little crazy because I'm alone in this house right now. That may be why I'm like this. Thank you for watching, if you did.